Unlike the rest of this stupid week, our run to Clifton was relatively normal. Relatively. Hey guys, this is Jace and welcome to episode 137, My Road Show. I got some weird stuff to get into, so let's get right into it. It's the last 2 days of Ticket Blitz, and we haven't been hassled all that much. And I'm thinking today's gonna be the day that they're gonna change that. We've been running along the bottom of the state all week and haven't been hassled much. I just have an idea that today's probably gonna be the day. When I got to work this morning, I switched to Kenworth out for my truck, and knowing that Ticket Blitz was on, I went ahead and did a pretty thorough pre-trip inspection, and I discovered that one of my indicator lights was out and one of my tires was almost flat. So I went ahead and put that together and fixed all that up. I just don't want to have any excuse for them to pull me out and rake me over the coals. If I could get through this week, I'll be all right. The funny thing is, Jay's air compressor in his shop, it's like old and decrepit, man. It takes what feels like 1,000 years to blow up a tire from 10 PSI to 105 PSI. So it literally took me 20 minutes to sit there and go, I'm like, oh! But I am back in my own truck again. My scooter is on board. Everything looks to be in order. I guess if they're gonna find something, they're gonna find something. I will report that when I find out, and subsequently you find out. I've only got one front end time vampire, 3 stops in Steamboat, and then off to Junction. I think it'll be all right. Denver and the high country had weather yesterday, but that was yesterday. I was way down the south part of the state, not dealing with any of that stuff. It looked like the system was like Front Range and Denver and everything north. We didn't get any weather in the springs. I tell you what we did see that there was a lot of weather north of us, but we caught 0 of that weather. I'm like, cool. This is my weather truck. When I got the text message from CDOT about the rock scaling up here, today they're actually doing something different. They're doing 45-minute holds for rock blasting. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, well, I'm leaving it like the bottom of the hour, so it kind of messes up my timetable anyway. So maybe we'll get to hear them blowing crap up. That'll be fun, right? I love blowing crap up. It's one of the biggest reasons why I miss living with my daddy in Texas. He had acreage out there, and we would build these reusable bombs and just blow shit up all weekend long. It was great. Yeah, we ran dead into that rock blasting traffic, so I had to sit here and wait. One of my favorite things in the entire wide world to do, to sit and wait. Oh, we might have lucked out. It looks like it might be moving. Maybe that bodes well for the rest of the route. Maybe? Well, all right then. Holy crap, guys, by some miracle, we managed to drive right through that zoo that was the scale in Dumont. They had no less than 4 level 1 inspections going on. They had the federal guys on one side and the state guys on the other. All they did to me was check for chains and let me go. Yay! Unfortunately, we are not out of the woods yet. The digital sign in Empire said something about there being passenger vehicle traction laws from here to Winter Park. I'm wondering if we're not going to catch some weather porn. That'd be real interesting. Almost 70 degrees in Denver, and come up here and have to throw iron. Remember how I said if it wasn't one thing, it was 6 others? This is fate paying me back for catching a break at the scale. That's what I think that is. Well, we did you a favor, so you gotta sit and wait on us for a minute, cutting a hole in the cement. Don't know why, but that's what they're doing. Despite my severely good luck at the scale just now, there could still be portables all over the place. But we're not out of the woods yet. They like to hang out in Tabernash. They like to hang out in Frazier. They like to hang out in Granby. They like to hang out up on Rabbit Ears Pass, on the bottom of Rabbit Ears Pass. There's a bunch of places between Craig and Rifle they like to hang out. So we could still catch a level 1, and they could still find something that I didn't catch, shut me down, but the chances are severely lessened now that we've got past the scale. Now, for the record, I don't think the camera will pick it up very well, but there are some snow flurries falling here and there. It's 38 Fahrenheit up here. It's snow weather. Definitely snow weather. But I don't see why they had the passenger traction law up, because there is nothing going on up here. They must have forgot to turn it off from yesterday or something. Or I could get down into the valley and it's snowing its ass off. You don't know. Who knows? Certainly not I. It seems like it's snowing pretty good here. I find it funny and ironic that the digital sign says, May is In-Car Heat Awareness Month. Snow. Well, look, there's blue sky and everything. Get to the top of this side, 37 Fahrenheit, nothing to worry about. Man, there was nothing wrong with that pass. It didn't even get to the point where it was going to slush up in the middle of the lane or anything. I just got done having to blow up another tire from 0 to 100 psi. I hadn't touched the tires like at all, and now I had 2 of them that were flat just today. Luckily it wasn't debeaded, so I could just put air in it, and then I lubricated the little valve stem in there, and I think that's what did it. Was when I went around and checked all the tires, thanks to Blitz Week, I must have dislodged something. And I mean, all it takes is like a literal grain of sand to just put itself between the top and the. So yeah, that's what I just spent the last 10-15 minutes doing, blowing up another tire. I told my receiver I blame the FMCSA, because if it wasn't for their stupid Ticket Blitz, I wouldn't have checked all my tires. I just kick them, and if they feel funny, then it rings alarm bells. But if they don't feel funny, I'm just like, whatever, I'm good. At least I found it, and not some jackbooted Department of Transportation thug. Well, that is all my stops at Steamboat complete. So, unless I have to stop and dick with yet another tire, or I get stopped by the police, or there's a portable up ahead, or I suddenly have to go to the bathroom, or some other such bullshit, my next stop is the hotel in Clifton. This day tried to be crap, but we overcame. The radar is pretty scary looking, but it's lots of little blobs. So we're gonna get localized heavy snow and then punch out of that little piece into, I'm assuming, blue sky. And then go into another little blob, localized heavy snow, punch out, blue sky. So we'll see how it actually goes. Boy, it sure is nice to drive a curtain truck.
We're starting to get into the darkest part of the largest cell on southbound Highway 13 north of Rifle. And as you can see, the snow is starting to load up the windshield a little bit. As we make our way further into this storm, a little closer to Rifle, the snow starts accumulating in grassy areas and on the shoulder of the road. At this point, I have to downshift because now it's starting to accumulate on the road. I've pulled an earbud out so I can hear the engine as I'm going along. It's much easier for me to concentrate in slick conditions if I can hear the engine directly. And then as suddenly as it appeared, the snow disappears. I reinsert my earbud and we continue about our business. By the time I got here, I had 38 minutes of ops left, which, the way I've been running, actually kind of still feels like I had all day. Tomorrow's stops are all pretty standard. I have one here in town. I have Carbondale, Basalt, Eagle, Edwards, Breckenridge, Silverthorne, and then I can go home. Anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight. I'll see you in the next one.